Hello students, hope all is well from your sides. Let us continue our chapter Vector Algebra. In our previous class, we have seen what are scalars and vectors. In this class, we will study about types of vectors. Under this, our first is unit vector. So, when we call it a unit vector A is called a unit vector if magnitude of A is equals to 1 and it is denoted by A. Okay? So, we can say a vector A is called a unit vector if magnitude of A equals to 1 and it is denoted by A. And the method of writing is this one. After that, our next is equal vectors. Equal vectors what? Two vectors A and B are said to be equal if they have the same magnitude and the same direction regardless of the position of their initial points. Okay? Next is negative of a vector. A vector having the same magnitude as that of a given vector and the direction opposite to that of A. This you have to remember. A vector having the same magnitude as that of a given vector A and the direction opposite to that of A is called what? The negative of A, and it is denoted by minus A. So we can write thus AB is equals to A and BA is equals to minus A. Here direction is opposite from B to A. Next is our zero or null vector. A vector whose initial and terminal points coincide. This we have to remember. A vector whose initial and terminal points coincide is called a zero vector and it is denoted by 0. Here we have to remember the property that magnitude of zero vector is 0, but it cannot be assigned a definite direction. So we can write thus AA equals to 0. Next is our co-initial vector. So two or more vectors having the same initial point are called co-initial vectors. Two or more vectors having the same initial point are called co-initial vector. Just you see the vector, here they are having the same initial point. In this figure, OA and OB are the two co-initial vectors having the same initial point O. Next is our collinear vectors. Vectors having the same or parallel supports are known as what? Collinear vectors. So here you see in the figure AB, BC and AC are collinear vectors. Okay. Now, next is our like vectors. Collinear vectors having the same direction are called like vectors, and with opposite direction are known as unlike vectors. Just you see the figure. Next is free vectors. If the initial point of a vector is not specified, then it is said to be free vector. Okay. Then localized vector, a vector drawn parallel to a given vector through a specified point as the initial point is called localized vector. And we know about coplanar vector, a vector three or more non-zero vectors lying in the same plane or parallel to the same plane are said to be coplanar, otherwise they are called non-coplanar vectors. Okay, and we know how to write the position vector. In that way, OA equals to A, and we can say that position vector of A is A. And other property we will read in the next class. Till then, stay safe, stay happy, have a good day.